nothing bad happened? You didn't wreck it? You didn't hit anybody? You didn't run anybody over? You didn't get a speeding ticket? Wait, Jeffy, why are you making that face? Jeffy, did you get a speeding ticket? Sorry, get over here.
Five, 7, 4. Remember 5, 7, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Crazy made it. Where you at?
Nuestro invitado especial llegó. Nuestro invitado especial llegó. Yuck. 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 It really brings a smile to my face. It really brings a smile to my face. It really brings a smile to my face.
To be honest, I've never wandered out here before. Ever since they put me in the Sweet Street, I've been locked down here until you showed up. The prototype, he promised me a better place. So much for it though. He used me to get to Poppy. So this is how the prototype brings into life? That is messed up on another level. Think we can use it on Candy though? Yes! We did it! Well, technically you did all the work.
Exactly.
I think we need to go this way, Butcher. This way to the train! I thought I was gonna die. You saved my life? Why? Phew, looks like I owe you one though. Butcher, they call you, huh? I'm sorry for what happened. I don't know why I trusted the prototype in the first place. Kept on talking on and on about the special place. I think he's been lying to me this whole time. So much fun!
Sweet cakes? Oh, I've got the crumpets. Hey, Poppy, you want some crumpets? Not! Mine! Oh my god, he's back! Stop chasing me, bro! What the hell was that? Stop chasing me, bro! Any floor, any floor! You gotta be quicker than that, bud! Oh, damn, he almost got me on that one, I can't even lie. This side. Oh, finally. Ah! Let go of me! Oh, God, yeah! You're going in the bad toy box, buddy. No, buddy. Too bad. Hit the Huggy, hit the Huggy. Come here! You've been a bad toy. 360! Both of yous. 360! Another 360! Got your ass! Break the TV.
Buddy, where you going?
Come here!
What happens if you do nothing after talking to Gibbler? So at first he will insist that you should get going.
Probably best if you head out, Butcher.
But after a while he will start singing some of the toys' themes. Have a listen.
He's stretchy, he's gummy, he's squishy, he's funny. D-O-E-Y. He's silly, he's gooey, he's... I don't know, he's something. D-O-E-Y. His name is Huggy. Huggy Wuggy. When he hugs you, he'll never stop. Yes, your friend Huggy. Huggy Wuggy. He'll squeeze you until you pop. S-M-I-L-E every day. When you're out, cause Smiling Critter's here to say S-M-I-L-E every day. Yay! Please leave.
After this he doesn't say anything else.
We might be getting a brand new, much stronger toy ally in Poppy Playtime Chapter 6. As we all know, Huggy Wuggy fell in Chapter 1, and everyone believed he was dead. That is, until his shocking comeback in Chapter 4, a moment that left the entire community speechless. Naturally, theories exploded. Most fans believed it had to be the prototype who repaired and revived Huggy Wuggy behind the scenes. But then Chapter 5 completely shattered that idea. We clearly see how brutally the prototype kills Huggy Wuggy, which instantly rules out the theory that the prototype ever revived him in the first place. So if it wasn't the prototype, then who was it? Was it Dr. Harley Sawyer, using his deep knowledge of the Bigger Bodies Initiative? Or is there someone, or something, even more powerful and influential lurking in the shadows, waiting to be revealed in Chapter 6? If that's the case, we could be looking at a whole new ally, one stronger than anything we've seen before. What do you think? Who revived Huggy Wuggy, and who do you think will appear in Chapter 6? Drop your theories in the comments below.
Is Poppy Playtime Chapter 6 actually the end? The data hidden throughout the factory points to a massive sacrifice at the core. The theory is that the expansion of the Poppy Gel in the prototype's control can only be stopped by a manual shutdown. This isn't just flipping a switch. The terminal messages suggest someone has to rewire the heart of the facility from the inside. A recurring theme in the lore is that automation always fails. The facility was designed with redundancies that require a physical presence for an override. This leads to a dark realization. The nightmare only ends if someone stays behind. To stop the cycle, someone has to be trapped as the systems collapse and the floors are sealed forever. As you descend toward the core, the prototype stops observing and starts hunting. He moves like he knows that hesitation is your only path to failure. The corridors twist, and the sound of metal scraping against metal fills the air. Then the final message appears on the darkened screens. Thank you for playing. Playtime is over. Is the story actually ending, or was this entire decade of horror just a gamified experiment? The evidence of memory backups makes this even darker. We know Harley Sawyer has a backup in the data center, which means these entities are permanently archived. Even if the physical factory is destroyed, the prototype's goal of a better place might be a transition into a digital or biomechanical existence. What started as a father's attempt to beat death has become an ecosystem of trauma and rusted iron. The lower labs aren't science anymore. They are an altar to experiment 1006. If Chapter 6 is the end, it's a path that demands the ultimate cost. The air is thick with the scent of poppy gel and rust, and that final silence might not be the end of the nightmare. It might just be the moment reality breaks entirely.
Goodness! I don't think they're here for the party, Lily. Well, of course they are, Candy. Why else would they be here? We're going to have so much fun! A new playmate! So long. Isn't this exciting, Poppy? Very exciting, Mommy. No! You can't leave! The party hasn't even started! I will find you. And when I do... Where are you? Someone's been in here, Candy. Someone who's going in the box!
I asked you to play fair, and you cheated! I hate cheaters! Now?
I let you into my house! I let you come to my tea party! And this is how you repay me!
What have you done? You make me part of you! You can't do this to me! Open the door! We won't hurt you!
They took apart Robertson. They literally took him apart, Todd.
Just sit. Security forces will get you.
Don't tell me to sit, Todd. These little monsters are trying to kick down my door.
Open the door, Miss Gracie. We just want to play.
Yeah! The friends are all here! Let's spread some joy all over that room!
You hear them? Todd? Todd? Todd! Get back! Back! Mama, I was just trying to make you all happy. I wasn't... Please, don't hurt me!
We're not gonna hurt you, Miss Gracie. We have something very special planned for you.
Hey there, friends! It's a sunny day.
Miss Gracie. Dear Miss Gracie. You have a first name. What was it? Just ignore her. She's not real. It's only you here. Just you.
Aren't I real, Miss Gracie? Miss Gracie says I'm real. I
Am Miss Gracie. Snap out of it.
Silly. She's on the screen. She's not actually in the room with us.
My hands. Plastic. My face. I thought. Oh.
Oh, embarrassing. I can't believe I thought you were actually in the room, Miss Gracie. Egg on my face. I love Huggy, and I love Kissy, and I love all the friends. I want to go home. No, we're going to have a tea party. I love tea parties, and I love crumpets. Please let me out. No, we can brush our hair and hang with the friends.
Down and quiet. You are a toy. You have always been a toy.
I am a toy, Miss Gracie. I'm I promise.
Why does the prototype collect other experiments' body parts? Why does red smoke follow him everywhere he goes? And how did Kissy manage to release all that red smoke from his body? In this video, we're breaking down all of that, and we're also analyzing the full design of the prototype. Let's start with the red smoke. Every time the prototype appears, red smoke fills the area within seconds. When we first meet Giblet and the prototype suddenly appears, we can see that within just a few seconds, the entire place is filled with red smoke. When we meet him face to face in Lily's place, the same thing happens. The whole area once again fills with red smoke. The smoke follows him everywhere. So where does it come from? The answer likely connects back to Chapter 3. In Chapter 3, we learn that Catnap can release red smoke from his mouth, and at the end of Chapter 3, the prototype kills Catnap. Now remember something important. Catnap didn't just naturally produce that smoke. He had a mechanical device connected to his mouth that released it. And what do we know about the prototype? He collects parts. We can literally see Mommy Longlegs, Huggy's, and Kissy's arms attached to him. So it's very possible that after killing Catnap, the prototype removed that mechanical smoke device and attached it to himself. That would explain why red smoke now follows him everywhere. But this creates a massive question. In Chapter 3, when the player inhales red smoke, he starts hallucinating. He even dies from it. But in Chapter 5, the red smoke does nothing to the player. When Kissy pulls something from the prototype's body and releases a huge amount of red smoke, the player is completely fine. No hallucinations, no death, nothing. So what changed? We know Playtime Co. originally created red smoke as a sleep-inducing gas for children. It affects different subjects differently. And here's the theory most fans agree on. The player has inhaled red smoke so many times throughout the series that he has become immune. Just like exposure therapy, small amounts over time build resistance. That explains why it no longer affects him. But then we hit an even bigger mystery. Why does the red smoke hurt the prototype? When Kissy pulls that mechanism from his body, releasing all the smoke at once, we see him react in pain.
Don't touch her.
So, if he attached the smoke device to himself, why would it hurt him? Here's where it gets interesting. Every experiment reacts differently to red smoke. Catnap used it, the player hallucinated from it. Children fell asleep from it, so maybe the prototype is vulnerable to it. Or maybe he was trying to become immune. Think about this. If the player can build immunity through repeated exposure, what if the prototype was trying to do the same? That would explain why he constantly releases small amounts of red smoke everywhere he goes. Controlled exposure, gradual resistance. But when Kissy ripped the device out and released a massive amount all at once, that was too much. He wasn't immune yet, and that sudden overload hurt him. Now that you understand the mystery of the red smoke,
make an extinction-level event to stop this late Cretaceous composer. He's the Pianosaurus. He plays just for us. We join the chorus. P-I-A-A-O-Saurus.
You know, you just need to relax and stop overreacting.
Murdered this man.
Yes,
You tortured him.
of course.
Who is the player? Who do we actually play as in Poppy Playtime? Because let's be honest, something doesn't add up. We survived the prototype stab. We survived monsters that should have killed us instantly. We survived impossible situations. We've been inside this factory for days. No food, no water, no rest, and we're still standing. So this raises a serious question. Is the player even human? To understand everything, we need to go back to the beginning. Why did the player enter the factory in the first place? In Chapter 1, we find a note that says, everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago. We're still here. Find the flower. With each chapter, we slowly realize something else. Most of the experiments recognize the player.
But you worked here. So if anyone deserves to die alone, it's you.
They don't treat him like a random stranger. They act like they know him. And then everything changes in Chapter 3. Because when we inhale the red smoke, we start hallucinating. And this is where the real truth about the player begins to reveal itself. We start seeing strange messages. Happy and fun. Why was it done? Guilt haunts you. That word, guilt, that tells us something. The player didn't just randomly come back to the factory. He came back because of guilt. But it gets even darker. During one of the hallucinations, a radio starts playing in reverse. And when reversed, it talks about the hour of joy.
I find your presence intrusive. After all this time you return. You come in here and you kill and murder. You pillage and destroy. Your presence was demanded 10 years ago and you didn't show up. 8/8/1995. You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event. You missed the meeting. You missed the party. You have no right to be here. 8/8/1995.
August 8th, 1995. The tragic day when the experiments killed the humans. And the radio says something chilling. You come in here and you kill and murder. Now think about that. Who is the radio talking to? It sounds like it's accusing the player. Before Chapter 5 released, many fans believed the player worked at the factory, that he was part of the experiments on children, that before the hour of joy happened, he left the factory, and then years later, he returned because of guilt. That theory made sense. But then Chapter 5 changed everything. Before Chapter 5 released, Mob dropped 3 VHS tapes. And in one of them, we learned something shocking. Some of the workers intentionally released the experiments. They caused the hour of joy on purpose.
Preston, you don't need to.
I just couldn't stand by and watch it happen anymore.
What are you saying?
I have no other choice.
You let them. You let them. And you didn't think they would do something like this? Tell me this is some kind of joke. My God, how could you do that?
Not just me. There were others.
This changes everything. We just got official confirmation that the hour of joy didn't just randomly happen. It wasn't an accident. It was caused by workers who intentionally released the experiments. But here's the part people are missing. Preston said he wasn't alone. There were others.
Not just me. There were others.
And that's where this theory becomes dangerous. What if one of those others was the player? What if the player wasn't just a worker who ran away before the hour of joy? What if he was part of the plan? What if he helped release the experiments? What if he helped cause the hour of joy? Because if that's true, then suddenly everything starts to make sense. The messages on the walls, guilt haunts you. Then the radio accuses us. You come in here and you kill and murder. You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event. You missed the meeting. You missed the party. It sounds like the factory itself is pointing a finger at the player. And now, let's answer the big question you're probably thinking.
Isaac confirmed that Harley Sawyer had been watching us from the moment we showed up, and the doctor himself talked about it in his recordings.
The others he faced, 1170, 1188, 1222. Been there, done that. Let's try our hand at something enriching.
difference.
We understand that Dr. Sawyer was deliberately setting everything up just to study us. He was interested in watching our progress and evaluating our abilities. That's one of the reasons Huggy didn't kill us. He was following orders and sometimes even guiding us all. So Dr. Harley Sawyer could, so to speak, entertain himself again. The same goes for Mommy Longlegs games. You remember how I said they were once used to evaluate the orphans? Well, now the player is the one taking that role. Harley Sawyer didn't have the goal of killing us. He had a scientific interest in studying a new subject, but in the first 2 chapters, we were still on the edge of death at the hands of Huggy or Mommy. And the reason here isn't Sawyer, because at that point, he hadn't finished studying us yet, and you're about to see why. In the previous video, I told you that Huggy reacts only to a threat to his life or a threat to Playtime Co. One of the signs of a threat is the siren going off, and that's exactly why the moment Huggy heard the siren, he attacked us. He didn't wait for us to come closer so he could just kill us in the dark. While we couldn't see anything, he came out immediately because his internal instinct is stronger than rational thinking. And you have to admit that the giant cube above the bridge with painted hands on it, so it's super obvious what to do with it, looks very suspicious. Mommy's rage wasn't triggered by an order from the prototype or Dr. Sawyer to kill us. It was simply because we were cheating.
I asked you to play fair, and you cheated! I hate cheaters! Now, we're going to play one last game!
It's very possible that Harley Sawyer had a hand in pushing them to attack us, but only after making sure we'd be able to escape or kill them. In Chapter 4, Harley continued observing us, and during a small fight with nightmare critters, something happened that almost no one expected.
Absolutely. Thank you. Proceed.
Dr. Harley Sawyer first released them to test our strength and agility, and after he saw enough, he simply ordered them to leave. I'm sure that if we hadn't eventually killed him, our life on the territory of Playtime Factory would have been way harder. That makes it even more interesting to see what actions the resurrected Dr. Sawyer will take in Chapter 6. Throughout this whole video, we talked about everyone, but barely said a word about another main villain of Poppy Playtime, the prototype. I'm sure that the moment we stepped onto the territory of the factory, the prototype wanted to kill us, so there wouldn't even be a chance for us to interfere with the processes happening on his turf. However, since we found out that Dr. Sawyer became insanely interested in us, it's very possible that he was the one who convinced the prototype to keep the player alive and observe him. Basically, even though the player's actions might feel significant to us at that point, they weren't any real threat to the prototype's rule. And that's exactly why, instead of killing us, he just kept creating the illusion of constant presence, which is honestly way scarier than instant death. The prototype clearly enjoyed playing these psychological games with us, and let's be real, he's really good at it. He allowed us to move further and further, giving us hope that our goal was achievable. But the moment he got bored, he just killed us. Harley Sawyer's scientific interest was possibly driven by the idea of turning us into the perfect experiment that could eventually stand against the prototype, and in doing so, fulfill one of Dr. Sawyer's goals. The prototype didn't need that, and he kept us alive for just one reason: to drag out our suffering by turning us into something like the wrong side Outimals, which would be way worse than death. Surviving the crash can be explained by luck and the fall from a height by one of the features of the Grab Pack 2.0, but that's just an extra detail on top of the main topic of the video. Drop your thoughts in the comments